What's up, everybody? This is Darren from ClefToneGrooves.com. Thanking you again for joining me for this third installment in the video series, Getting Better Audio at Home. Now, if you are a public speaker or a self-published author and you're looking to put your message down in an audio format, but yet you want to do it yourself and you want to do it with high quality so that when your audiences take you with them wherever they may go, they can get the most enjoyment from your message that you're sharing with them, then this video is for you, my friends. And I also have another special treat here for you. That is the SM58 microphone hooked up in front of me here that I'm using today to convey this audio message to you. And that's just to give you a different flavor, different feel, show you the different possibilities that are available by using different microphones. And how many times can I use different in the same sentence, right? But anyway, let's get started. I want to talk about software today. And I want to talk about DAWs. Digital audio workstations. What is a DAW? Well, it's software that basically you put on your computer and it enables you to capture your recordings and work with those recordings later on, those bits and pieces of audio, to edit them, to add all kinds of effects to them, and ultimately give your audio that polished, finished, professional sound. That's what a DAW enables you to do. So you've probably heard of Pro Tools or Cubase, or another popular one on Apple products is GarageBand. That is an example of a DAW. And they come in all shapes and sizes, just like microphones and audio interfaces, and also different price points as well too. But in order to keep things simple, as always, keeping in fashion with the previous videos, I just want to talk about just a few DAWs today. And the reason for that is because the world of audio, if you haven't already seen this, is a large, gigantic rabbit hole. You can literally get lost spending hours, days, weeks, years reading on the different forums and manufacturers' websites as to why this product is better than that product, why this recording philosophy or editing philosophy is better than that one. It can leave you second guessing yourself, folks. It can leave you wondering if you've bought the right equipment or if you've used that equipment in the right way. It's not like you're trying to become Beyonce's next audio engineer, right? You are a public speaker or a self-published author and you're just trying to get your message out in a timely fashion with the best possible quality there is, right? So let's cut through all the noise of all those things. Let's clear the way here and let's just talk about a few of those DAWs. So the first one I want to talk about here is Pro Tools, which is widely understood to be the industry standard. The nice thing about using Pro Tools is that if you have to go into a world-class professional studio or any studio that is a studio as a business, for instance, most of the time you're going to find that they use Pro Tools. So what's nice is that if you use it at home, it's easy to transfer your projects to the big studio systems if that is a necessity. And it just helps you get started working on whatever your project is faster. You hit the ground running as soon as you get in the studio. Saves you time, saves you a little bit of money that way. Now, Abbott is the company that makes and supports Pro Tools, and they have 3 different versions of this software. There's Pro Tools First, which is the free version. There's Pro Tools, which is kind of like the intermediate level. And then there's the one that most of the professional studios use, which is Pro Tools HD, which is pretty much out of most of the little guys' price points. That's starting to get into the thousands of dollars just to use Pro Tools HD. But what about that free version? Let's talk about that for a second. Something that's really cool with the free version is that they give you space in the cloud, in the Pro Tools cloud, up to store up to 3 different Pro Tools projects. So what's nice is if you're working on your project at home and say you need to fly to another location or drive a few hours away, if the computer at the place that you're going to has Pro Tools on it, you can get into your account, download that project, and work on it seamlessly, just as if you were at home in the comfort of your home working on that project there. So that's what's really cool. Now, if you happen to outgrow that free version of Pro Tools, that's where some money starts to get involved. They have a subscription model that you can sign up for where you either pay on a monthly basis or you pay on an annual basis. And reading the details on the website, I think I understand how this works. I'm going to attempt to explain it. So you can have a 1-year agreement to pay monthly, and that is billed monthly, not 1 year, it's billed monthly, and that is $25 per month. Now, if you want to do month to month, then it goes up to $30 per month. Now, with this subscription, you will always have access to the latest version of Pro Tools. That's really good. But if you don't pay that monthly fee, you are locked out of your software and you can't use Pro Tools at all, which means you are locked out of your projects. Something to consider. Now, if you don't want to be locked out of your projects, if you want to still have access to them even after you don't pay that subscription fee, well, then they have what's called the perpetual licensed version of Pro Tools. That's $600. And when you pay that, even after you haven't paid the subscription to continue to have access to the upgrades, you still own the software. It will still continue to run. You just won't have access to those upgrades until you renew your subscription. And just keep in mind that that is another $100 each year to keep that subscription current. But if you don't keep it current, I think it goes up to $299 the next time you want to activate that subscription. So there's some serious dollars to keep in mind if you do decide to go with Pro Tools and not just the free version. Another bit of software that's really cool, I used this some time ago, but I've since gotten onto another bit of software, but I still think this one is cool. I haven't used it much lately, but it's called Reaper. And this company, their business model is one that I think a lot of people would really appreciate, especially if you're just getting started. They let you evaluate the full version of this software. No limitations whatsoever. There's only one version of the software. They let you evaluate it for free for 60 days. And they basically work on the honor system. They have a pop-up message that will come up on the software that says, hey, you can pay $60 and you can use our software with a license. Or if you're a business that's making over $20,000 a year in profits, then you can pay the $225 license. But on there, you can still click a button that says, I'm still evaluating the software. And it doesn't limit your access to any of the features. So it's really nice because maybe you need to take a little extra time to see if Reaper is the software for you. Well, that's what's really cool about the way Reaper is set up. The other really cool thing is their coding in that software is so tight and so minimal. I won't say minimal, but the way that software is programmed, it has minimal impact on the resources of your computer. So you don't need a top-of-the-line NASA computer to run this software. In fact, it's so streamlined in the way that it works that they have a portable version that you can put on a thumb drive, and you can literally go from computer to computer and run the software off of the thumb drive. I've heard that some people have been known to install it into Dropbox or into Google Drive or some cloud software set up like that. And then they can run the software on multiple computers with the same settings intact that they had because it's in the cloud. So that's really cool about Reaper. But getting to the reason that I haven't used Reaper in such a long time is because of my favorite DAW, Studio One. And I would like to call this the host with the most. In fact, I like this one so much that I have decided to make a whole other video about it. So what I want you to do is come back to the next video. We're going to get into Studio One and see why it is my favorite DAW. So until next time, we'll see you then.